Hello, what's going on YouTube? GZTV back with another one, and we are nearing the end of Season 3. We are here on the 14th episode of Season 3. We have Prey. Very interesting episode, a lot more interesting than the last episode, if I do say so myself. We're just going to go through the plot, critic reception, and then I'm probably going to go watch some baseball, study for a little bit, go eat dinner, go shower. I guess you guys don't really care. Watch a movie, probably study some more, and then watch Better Call Saul and go to bed. So yeah, watch some playoff baseball as well. So yeah, we've been watching some playoff baseball for the last couple of days. It's been some interesting games. We have a rain delay now, so I thought this was a perfect opportunity to come in here and get some videos done for the day. So yeah, let's go. Plot. The episode cold opens with a flashback to Andrea and Michonne on their own, so obviously it's kind of given us some stories, kind of some conversations never seen before from these two, as they were surviving, trying to get through the winter. Andrea asked if she knew Michonne's chained walkers before they turned, and she states they weren't human in the first place, and she looks really emotional saying this. Michonne was very reluctant to talk about this, and she has been very insecure about those walkers that she used to have. But yeah, let's move on into the present where the actual story stands right now. So in the present, the governor is preparing a cell for Michonne at Woodbury, and she kind of knows this, but she knows he has a cell going on, but she's not quite sure that he's going to put her in it. The governor's a very shitty person. He's kind of imprisoning Andrea, whereas before he would have her leave on her own will. It's Michonne. Fuck, I'm so stupid. I was talking about Michonne. So yeah, when Rick gives him Michonne as a part of their deal, he's going to torture her probably, and then probably go after the group anyways. That's kind of the governor's deal. Complete with a dental chair and a number of tools to inflict torture. Yeah. Is Michonne going to let this happen? I don't think she will, but we will see. Milton warns Andrea that the governor is reneged on the deal with Rick's group at the prison and plans to kill them all and capture Michonne, and given that Rick and them are Andrea's old people, she kind of has some pride in herself to kind of go out and try to save this and save these people and make it right. Make amends, Andrea considers assassinating the governor, but Milton knows that his second-in-command, Martinez, will follow through on the governor's plans, and if the governor's dead and no one knows who did it, Martinez is going to be the next in charge, and they're just going to go do it anyways. And under Martinez, even then, are a bunch of the governor's henchmen, so it's not looking good for Andrea's plan there. Instead, Milton urges Andrea to escape and warn Rick of the others. He literally tells her to do this, which obviously he's betraying the governor. He's been the governor's personal advisor for so long on how to run this civilization, and now he decides to turn on him, which is really interesting. Andrea agrees but cannot convince Milton to come because he's gonna have to stay with the governor. If he leaves the governor, that's gonna be worse for him, right? Sorry, I was just tapping it to make sure it worked. And challenges him to stop looking the other way from the governor's immoral actions. Stop defending him. Stop protecting him. He's a shitty person. You need to move past this guy. Move on. Become your own identity. And stop riding on the coattails of an evil ass dude like this. You're endorsing him, Milton, right? So the governor, Martinez, and others prepare to set off for the prison under pretense of following on the deal. So they're approaching. I think this is the day that they're actually supposed to strike up a deal with Rick, with Michonne, and Trader Ren and stuff like that. Andrea wishes to come along, but Martinez confiscates all but her knife, kind of treating her as just a normal civilian, even though she's done a lot for Woodbury since she's been there. So that's kind of like a backhanded slap in the face for her. The governor insists that this is to keep her safe and separate from their operation until they meet with Rick, and also probably because he knows that she cares so much about Rick and that she's not going to let the governor hurt anybody. Andrea does not buy this and sneaks out over the Woodbury wall guarded by Tyrese and Sasha. Tyrese and them, they're like, okay, I guess you can go. We don't really give a fuck about you anyways. We're only here to serve the governor. We can follow his rules, but yeah. Tyrese tries to stop her, but Andrea warns him off with the knife and cautions him the governor is planning terrible things and that they should consider getting out there too, and that's a very good judgment for Andrea. Andrea normally in this series is a very, very hated character, but now she's starting to make decisions for her own and not be so dependent, and it's great. I mean, seasons 1 and 2, she was a really hated character, and then once she starts getting to Woodbury, starts familiarizing herself with her situation and starting to rationalize things, She becomes a more lovable character a little bit. Tyrese and Sasha report Andrea has forced her way out, but not her specific reasons. Obviously, they're not going to snitch on her. That's just breaking a code of mankind. To the governor, who claims this was from Andrea being alone prior to coming to Woodbury and becoming paranoid. She's like, look, she's just a sick individual. Yeah. After lambasting Milton for encouraging Andrea to leave, the governor sets out on his own to find her. I thought Milton would fucking die here. I would expect the governor to take his anger out on him, but I guess Milton has done so much for the governor that he just couldn't carry out this action. Andrea keeps ahead of the Woodbury search team while avoiding walkers. They're like searching for her, and she's like avoiding walkers, so she's like, it's her against the world right now. She soon finds that the governor is close behind her, and she ducks inside in an abandoned factory to hide. Now, this scene is very iconic. I do remember this from my first time watching The Walking Dead. So yeah, this is a dope scene right here. One of my favorite parts of the episode is this standoff, her like running away. It's like a cat and mouse situation. The governor tracks her down, but she manages to set several walkers on him as she escapes. She like opens the door of walkers and like goes into the door and runs away. So she's a pretty badass for this. Very elusive. It's pretty dope. She finally nears the prison, seeing Rick outside, and is about to wave to him when the governor, having escaped the factory, grabs her from behind and silences her. Now, I feel like this is kind of some plot convenience, because I don't think realistically the governor could have caught up to her like that. I don't know, it's kind of weird. And we thought he died, like, in the moment, but the governor is still alive and well. It would have been stupid to kill the governor off, because there would have been a hyped build up to a season 3 finale for nothing, because we wouldn't have the governor to take out the deal. Rick, who has been suffering hallucinations of dead companions, believes this was yet another such incident. He saw it happen, but he thought it was a hallucination, like a Boy Cried Wolf type of situation. Very interesting. While the governor tracks Andrea, Martinez takes Tyrese, Sasha, and Alan to the biter pits to collect captive walkers they will use in the attack. So obviously they keep walkers captive for many reasons, and now they're going at war, so this is going to be even more help than ever. Tyrese refuses to help. What a good person Tyrese is. I really like that he stood up to them. And Alan criticizes him for not accepting the governor's ways. Like, if they want to be accepting the town, Alan's point of view is like, dude, we need to fucking do what he says or else he's going to kick us out. Tyrese grabs Alan and holds him over a biter pit, reminding him that Alan's late wife Donna had looked to Tyrese for protection over Alan. Pretty much a manly thing, like, dude, you're not the man around here. I am. I'm the leader, so you better back the fuck off or else you're gonna die. Pretty much. Sasha talks Tyrese into letting Alan go safely, so Alan almost died, but hey. The next day, Martinez finds that the biter pits have been set ablaze, incinerating the walkers, and he presumes Tyrese committed the act. But no, Tyrese didn't. He was very unsuspecting of this, didn't know this happened. The governor returns to Woodbury and, with his usual charm, addresses Tyrese and Sasha's concerns. He's so, like, a soft-hearted person when speaking to people, even though he knows, like, he wants to hurt some people, right? About feeding people to walkers and killing women and children. It's kind of a senseless act, but he explains it to them by telling them he's using the biters as a scare tactic, a bluff to try to save lives, even though we know that they're going to war with the prison, and he needs as many bodies as possible, like a shield. Tyrese's surprised reaction when the governor asks how he got gasoline to burn the biters suggests his innocence. He's like, what? Gasoline? Okay. I mean, so yeah, Tyrese isn't really the suspect here. Milton's mentioning the burning of the walkers to the governor, and the latter's reaction imply the governor now suspects Milton, and that Milton has, like, completely betrayed him because of Andrea really inspiring him to do so. When Milton asks the governor if Andrea is dead, he states, I hope not. So now the governor is lying to Milton and saying that she's still out there, and really, she's trapped inside. In the final scene, she is shown bound and gagged in the dental chair in the governor's workshop. So now, instead of Michonne, the governor is setting his sights on Andrea for her betrayal. It's a B plus on the AV Club. It is an amazing hour of television, but it's fundamentally sound in a way the show often struggles with. It has a definite sense of purpose and a main storyline with a beginning, a middle, and an unsettling end going into the next episode. IGN gave it an 8.4 out of 10. It's an effective episode. I like the scenes in which the governor hunts Andrea. It plays out like a horror thriller story with like the governor kind of being the slasher. I like the fact that several supporting characters were fleshed out more, like Tyrese, Sasha, Milton. The flashback at the beginning of the episode was really weird and oddly placed and had no correlation, I feel like. But anyways, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, it has been GZTV, reviewing your favorite TV shows, all that. I gotta get to studying some physics. I'm not excited about this exam tomorrow, but this is really all I have to worry about this week, and my computing labs, which I'm like 49% done, so I gotta at least get a fucking 70% on those. But yeah, that's kind of how my schooling's going. It's not a very fun experience, but I gotta get through it. It's something I gotta do. Have a good rest of your guys' day.